Hey guys, so if you saw my Crackdown 3 review, you know I wasn't too pleased with that game. And if you're like me, you're wondering what to do with that $2 you spent on Game Pass. Well, if you have time to spare and need something to play on the newly purchased subscription you just paid for, Shadow of the Tomb Raider is the game to play. This game is the last in the trilogy of the newly remade Tomb Raider games. And I know it's not a popular opinion, but I think this is the best one. This game covers pretty much everything. I mean, you don't really need to play the other two to play this one. I mean, it might be lost a little bit, but you don't need to play it. This game's got your stealth sections, your parkour sections, your Call of Duty sections, and even had some really surprising story elements that were actually well written and well acted. Now, this game has been out since September, so there's gonna be spoilers. You just can't avoid it. I'll put a spoiler warning on screen before there's a spoiler, but there's just gonna be spoilers in this video. That's just how it is. And honestly, my only negatives with this game, if you can get past like the ridiculous scripted parkour parts like this, is the probably first 4 hours of the story. It's pretty boring. It's not terrible, but it's rough to get through. But once you get through that, it really picks up and starts to get really good. Some other negatives I'll point out, but this isn't anything new to this particular game. This is just how all of them are. These parkour over the top sections, there's a good 5 of these throughout the game. This one right here is probably the most ridiculous one. I don't know. Might not be, but they're pretty crazy and ridiculous. But I mean, they're fun and cool. Graphically, the game ranges from looking fine, or I guess good, to really good during some cutscenes and even some in-game action sequences with the lighting and the reflections look absolutely fantastic. Now this is all on an Xbox One X on the Enhanced Edition. It's not Red Dead Redemption 2 looking good, but it looks good for what it is. As far as the gameplay loop of the game, you can just play straight through the story like I did for most of it and finish it in 11-ish hours depending on your difficulty. I was playing on one of the higher difficulties, but you have collectibles that you can go and probably spend 40 hours on the game, getting all the documents, doing the tombs, you know, finding all these puzzles. You can spend a good amount of time with collectibles in this game. Each of these games kept evolving on one another, and the thing they added to this game was the grappling system, and then they gave you the foot spikes. I don't know what they're really called, but to climb on roof surfaces. And you know, it doesn't add that much to the parkour mechanics, but it's nice to not be doing the same thing you've been doing for the past 2 games. There is one thing that might piss a lot of people off in this game, is the final level boss fight is very by the numbers, boring, and borderline at some parts annoying. If you're like me, you want to use the bow and arrow for everything just because it's cool. You can't really do that on the boss fight, at least not on the hardest difficulty like I was playing on. Kind of force you to use your guns, but it's your rinse repeat, you know, shoot 'em, interaction, shoot 'em, interaction, shoot 'em, interaction, fight waves of grunts, typical boss fight stuff, but that's kind of expected in a game like this in my opinion. Now this is going to be a shorter review because this game's been out for like 6 months now. It's just, if you bought Game Pass for Crackdown, you beat Crackdown in 6 hours because it fucking sucks, multiplayer is shit, and you wanted something else to play, this is what I would suggest playing. Now I'm going to show you guys some of those well acted, well written cutscenes I was talking about earlier to wrap up the review. Alright, here we go.
You had him killed.
He was going to lead the public to Paititi. Everything I love, everything I fought for. My world would have been destroyed.
And what about my world?
You can't think it's the same.
It is to a 9-year-old girl. I was a child.
There was too much at stake. An entire civilization, hundreds of years of independence, thousands of lives. I had no choice.
There's always a choice! It's not too late. You can honor Unuratu and restore the sun.
No. The threat must be removed.
You're a low, selfish, murdering coward.
And you, Lara? How many lives have you ended? In pursuit of what?
To keep going, and if I don't, then I'll just let everyone
Tsunami is coming, and this is the first of many catastrophes you're doing.
I have to go! I'm the only one!
You're the only one that can work!
I especially like that last scene because it shows her breaking point, and after that you go on a murdering spree, and then she'll have an emotional fucking breakdown after she cuts through 100 people. And I just think it's a really important story thread for the character. But it's my review for this game. If you bought Crackdown, were disappointed, want something to play, I think the other two are free as well. I'm not 100% sure, but definitely play this one. Alright guys, that's all for today. Stay tuned for your weekly Spartan Vision video and an Anthem review coming very soon. I'll see you guys in the next one.